Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back with our Final Fantasy XIII-2 Let's Play. Welcome back. I apologize for cutting out so soon before. I was having some issues with my HD PVR, but I am back now. We are back, ready to be on task, hopefully to get to the next point here, all the way down there. Maybe we can find Caius or stop him or something of the like. But either way, this is the way we should continue here. Got plenty of monsters to fight, as I've said before. There's no running, there's no hiding from the Taxim and from everywhere else.
Your very existence poisons the timeline and invites disaster.
He really is convinced we're the cause of this paradox, huh?
Vermin, if this tragedy is to come to an end, no trace of you can remain in this reality.
Okay then, I guess we have to fight these Chan and this Taxim over here. Let's do that in the name of Final Fantasy. We have to beat Mr. These guys aren't Chan. We have to beat Mr. Caius here, but we're gonna see who they are eventually, I guess. Here, let's actually switch to aggressive, relentless assault, not aggression. That would be terrible because we don't want aggression. We want our extra source of magic. We want our extra source of stagger bar. And fight off these other guys here, which I seemingly forgot their names, unfortunately, but that's okay. I guess I'll figure it out. These guys are the Nalapsi. The Nalapsi, excuse me. These guys are actually kind of tough here, if you aren't careful. And they employ massive wound damage. They're also quite fast, if I believe so. You'll probably miss half your attacks just when they start flying around and stuff, so you gotta be careful about that. But either way, we dealt with them pretty easily, I do have to say there. Another 5-star battle, very happy about that. And it seemed to offer us actually plenty of Cristerian points here, so we're just going to continue to try to attack these guys here. I should probably select Relentless Assault as my default paradigm. I don't know why I have yet, but that doesn't really matter. We can switch at will anyway. And we're doing actually a really good amount of damage, I would have to say. Trying to gauge where we are against these guys. We can handle this pressure pretty gosh darn well. I'm actually fairly surprised and impressed with how we've grown so far, but it's because we've been pretty mindful about combat and other things of that nature. We haven't really had to farm much, which is another point I want to add. The only farming I did, I believe, was get enough Cristerian points to get to the next expansion when we fought against Atlas. But besides that, I mean, we've just been kind of going through as we can here. And these guys are falling pretty fast to our magical and aggression blows here. So it's pretty sweet, not even going to lie there. But who knows what lies for us in wait deeper into academia? We have no clue, but we actually did fairly good at that battle as well. So I'm actually going to switch our... I always go in the Cristerian when I mean to switch our party paradigm. All we want to do is just switch to Relentless Assault as our default paradigm, because that's going to cause us a good thing. I guess we just have to chase Caius through this whole thing. I guess this is how we do things here, but he's obviously going to lead us into...
True history. I cannot let you escape.
True history? Which part was that?
He thinks we're his enemies because...
Thanks for that, Caius, I guess. Thanks for crashing shit down and trying to kill us here, but okay, let's grab this treasure chest while we think about it here. Got Kaiser Knuckles, I believe that is good for our strength. I can't also go into switching my items because this is all a live cutscene event, if you will, so... Tis a shame, but it is what it is. We just have to continue through here as fast as we can across this broken bridge, which is a really cool effect. Not a lot of environmental sort of alterations in the Final Fantasy series as far as 13 goes. I'm talking about the 13 world right now. So it's really a nice breath of fresh air when you see these things being altered just by like a ship crashing into everything or just anything, any variation of that nature. It's a really, really cool, refreshing thing to see. So look out for more stuff like that because it's always welcome, especially when you're playing a game like this. And hey, we gotta start attacking and killing monsters again and trying to get more freaking preemptive strikes, but hey, this is fine. We switched to our Relentless Assault for our paradigm, so these battles should go at least a little bit faster. Long loading screens aside, I don't know, sometimes when you're loading a lot of enemy models, oh boy, this is gonna suck a lot. But I guess we'll get through it regardless here. We have to try to get these Taxim out first, just because they employ wound damage, and you don't want that wound damage really coming into effect, even though Wind Slash is doing a lot of damage as well. The faster we can take out this Taxim, the better, though. But as I was saying, that wound damage is really doing a lot of hurting on us, so we're going to switch to a dual medic class here just to get ourselves some extra heals. We can avoid at least a little bit of pressure here, and now we can just worry about taking out these Nalopsi here with at least one medic on our side. I don't really mind the diversity paradigm too much, especially when you have Runga, which is a really good attack, as you're going to see here going into the future. Just hits this huge area effect, and as you can see, we took out, I believe, one of the Nalopsi with it, so we can just continue doing that. Man, a lot of controller vibrating here with that wind slash, so I apologize if you can hear that. If not, then that is my audio editing, and if you can, then that is my lack of good audio editing, but hey, it's all good, because we finished the battle. A fair amount of Crystarium points there. 500 is pretty good for a battle nowadays. And we're going to do our best to get up these stairs, but first of all, we probably have to change the console just to make it a little bit easier upon ourselves here. Really not that big of a deal, but it is important nonetheless to sort of do that. Hopefully we don't get caught by these guys here. I guess not, but maybe we can tackle someone over here. Please, 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 please. Get there! Oh, it was just Caius. Darn it. And I have my notifications on. How terrible am I of a person to have my notifications on? Let's take out this first Nalopsi because that's what auto battle is telling us to do, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty lazy when I'm fighting common fights like this. I'm not really paying attention to what sort of attacks I'm selecting, but that's okay. I'm going to take out the constant form of damage here, and we'll just focus on either Taxim. Not really worried about them doing too much damage to us now that we're going to have a dedicated force on either of them, so the wound really isn't that big of a deal, but we will see as this battle continues till its end. It's so epic for something that's really just natural. I don't know, man. I'd be like a movie trailer announcer, like, as the battle goes to its end, the tides have turned, blah blah blah. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Kill attacks him. Come on, guys. We can do this. Hopefully faster, but if not, that's okay. As you can see, our Chocobo is just doing such a great job. He's basically on par with our attacks, if not double our attacks right now, and that's thanks to having good materials and getting him early on. Wow, that was actually fairly close to taking out our Chocobo there, but it did not, so that's good. Surprised I didn't get more Crystarium points for that kill, but that's okay. I'm gonna check what's down here. This guy we have no chance against right now, so we're not going to attack him, but we are going to go down here near the Nalopsi, and we're going to see, just continue chasing Caius here. He's just being a jerk, man, just running around all willy-nilly, thinking he can frickin' just cause chaos and disorder like that. How dare you? What gives you the right to do that? And I don't even know, man. It's just not even cool. That's okay. We're just going to kill as many Nalopsi as we can here. I mean, we're not really that powerful where area of effect attacks are really going to do much of a difference as far as killing them or getting them close to being killed with other area effect attacks go, so I'm not really worried about spamming, you know, things like Thundaga and Blizzara and stuff like that, but that's okay. Since Noel really isn't the strongest mage, and I have him as my mage right now, considering none of our mages are really that strong anymore, this is kind of the way we have to go right now. But that's okay because I believe Noel's Ravager's around the 50s or so, so I mean his Ravager should be around 44 or so, so I mean it's not even that big of a deal now, which is pretty sweet, I do have to say so myself here. But that's okay. We got this last Nalopsi to figure out here, and he's really not that big of a deal, so we're just going to continue on unscathed from that fight and just chase Caius, man. This is like a terrible game of tag, and I don't know how long it's going to last and what the hell is going to be going on here, but I have a feeling that he's going to have something waiting for us eventually, and that's not going to be any fun. But there we go. There's a Nalopsi we can get a preemptive strike on, which I am fairly happy about here. I almost do want to switch to aggression here just because of the blitz spam that Noel's probably going to do, and it's going to stabilize everyone's bars, and Sarah's Runga is going to be really nice here, so it's really good, especially with the Chocobo's Blitz as well. If you haven't seen it, it's been outputting a lot of damage, so actually I think Blitz misses them because they're hover flying enemies, but I could also be wrong with that assumption too. But that one's fast to go, and the other Nalopsi should be just as fast to go. We're just going to spam our Runga here. Our Chocobo's going to try to get everyone weakened. It's a good day in Final Fantasy Fight World for us today. We're putting out some pretty consistent numbers as far as damage goes here, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yes, just ruin these guys to death. It's kind of a redundant way of saying kill them, but the name of the attack is actually ruin, so I can't even think of a good pun for that. So besides that, I ruined the opportunity for a pun. Ho ho ho. But seriously, I should just kind of keep chasing Caius here. Let's actually see how close we are. See how close he's taking us. We're actually getting fairly close to that area, so I have no idea what he has in store for us, but it's Probably nothing good, seemingly, but ooh, this guy looks like a dragoon. Let's go attack them. Yes, please. Let's go attack this guy. He's our security breach freaking wall thing, but okay, oh, this is just the same fencer as we've seen before. This guy will die so easily once we get him close to stagger here, which, as you've seen from our last fencer fight, should take only 2 attack turns, assuming we don't miss any attacks, so I'm very excited to get this guy in stagger. Maybe we can get some launch on him as well, but damn it, it looks like he interrupted Sarah, so it is going to take 1 more attack turn. But it's okay because we have haste, and haste is just going to make this battle go much, much more fast, and I love it so much. As you can see, the Chocobo is just running train on this guy right now, and I love a dedicated commando running around, and it looks like my PDR froze again, but that's okay, we're back, I guess. Phew, we gotta be careful with this, man. We gotta be way, way more careful with the PDR. This thing is on its last freaking leg, and I gotta be very, very, very ginger with how I treat it. But hey, there's a Phoenix down. Only so much so that we find another cutscene, so enjoy.
I guess we fight.
Hey, boss fight. Maybe? Who knows? Let's fight him. They're just Nolapsy, except there is a different sort of variation on Nolapsy. This guy's called the Caius. He doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. As you can see, though, we're not outputting much damage on him, so we're gonna have to be very, very careful on him as we attack throughout here. I probably should have, knowing myself better, I probably should have gone for the Nolapsy, but it doesn't seem like he's doing that much damage on us. And the closer we get him to stagger, the better. That Miasma, I believe, will... Oh, okay. It looks like it... Something like Miasma, to me, reminds me of Poison, so I'm glad it actually doesn't output Poison. It just outputs a magic debuff. And it looks like he's freaking out, which is fine now because we're attacking him. But, yeesh, that was kind of really weird, actually, now that I think about it. But that 11-bolt attack is actually kind of nuts. I am going to switch back to Diversity just really quickly to get some heals off before we try to go in for the kill here against this guy. We're actually getting fairly close. I'm going to use Hyper Rescue just because I don't feel like wasting a lot more time on our heals here, so we're just going to get this guy into stagger with, hopefully, yes we did, perfect. And then now our Chocobo can just go ham on this guy. I freaking love the Chocobo, guys. It is just awesome. Look at all that damage he does. Oh my gosh, we totally got to steal when we got him. I'm going to keep dwelling on that victory all the freaking time now. The Caius is going to go down more so quickly. There you go, perfectly. And now we have the Nolapsy to deal with, and obviously we are no stranger to Nolapsy, as we've been fighting these guys all along here, getting great Crystarium points and things of that nature, so I'm very happy that that battle went fairly successfully there. We may have only gotten 3 stars, but it was pretty easy once we got the Caius staggered.
No! Get away from her!
And we're back trying to rescue Yeul. I don't understand why we try to continually rescue Yeul, excuse me here, especially because, as you've seen before, she just keeps dying at the end of all these episodes, so to speak. At the end of these worlds, she just kind of falls to her death, and Caius just gets really mad. Why are we even bothering to protect her? But Noel is just continually haunted by these images of Yeul dying because he knows her from before. And as you've heard Sarah say, you know, he takes these things very, very seriously, so... Oh well. I mean, I guess it's just going to be a futile attempt at always trying to understand one of the protagonist's actions in this game, especially the frustrating futility that is trying to save someone that you're not meant to save. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic to watch them continually trying to do these things, and it's just not really working that well. But oh well, we're actually getting this guy very close to stagger here, which is a great thing, because that's faster for us on our way to kill him here. Although 11 Bolt is doing damage, I really don't see a point in worrying about healing now, especially since he is staggered, as you can see. Switching to our aggression here and just throwing out our physical attacks to just whittle this guy to his death. And we did very masterfully, I do have to say so myself here. Nice 5-star battle for ourselves. We'll just continue right on killing everyone.